Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome to the channel. This is gonna be a video of me ranking first dates in a tier list, right? First date spots at that, This list is going to be based off of the aspects of it. What are you trying to get out of it, right? You just trying to crack, you just trying to get to know the girl, trying to marry this woman. Hey, this is gonna be the list for that, all right? It's gonna be mixed up with a few things, and yeah, I'm gonna just get straight into it. Now, first up, we got bowling. Now, see, I don't think bowling is a bad first date 15 years ago, right? Now, you take a girl bowling, you spending mad money. And the reason why is because they got food services there now. So you take a girl bowling there, all of a sudden they bring you drinks, then they bring you food, then they bring you dessert, right? That kind of takes away a piece of what we're doing, because me personally and a lot of other guys, if I'm taking a girl to do an activity, after that I like to take her to get something to eat. I don't like doing that at the same time. That's just me though. The reason why it kind of slows that game up is because me getting her to get food after is letting me know, oh, she's still rocking with it. I took her to a second place, she ain't bored, she having a good time, keep it going. Bowling is a good activity though, because it's competitive. You can kind of get to know her. If she's never bowled before, you can teach her how to bowl. You can do, get all physical and stuff if you want to. That's a risk though. In 2025, that is a risk that I don't even think I'm willing to take. But yeah, no hate to you though. And if a girl doesn't want to go bowling with you, I'm not gonna lie, she probably ain't that interested in you at all. Because bowling is something that we barely do as people. We only really do it if there's an occasion to it. The only reason why this isn't an S or even an A is because, like I said, they bringing food out. So it's becoming a pricey thing to do now as a real thing. Like if you want to take her to an actual good bowling spot, you're probably gonna spend some money. That's why I'm gonna put it at B tier. All right, so next up we got an arcade. This is another thing I have never taken a woman to do, but I thought about it because this is not a bad idea. Whether it's woman dependent or not, depending on her hobbies, I feel like in 2025, today's age, the arcade should be a good spot for anybody under the age of 30, maybe even 35, because there's a bunch of games you can play. You're moving around a good amount. All the games are pretty different, and maybe even in certain arcades they got tokens or tickets you can win, and you can like get her something after. Like, I know a lot of you dudes are into that anime stuff, and you tell y'all like a girl who's kind of into that stuff, and I'm pretty sure those girls like that. They probably don't correlate at all, but I feel like they do somehow. And because of the way the arcade is set up, whether it's like a big one or even like a small one that's in the mall somewhere, it's real easy to get her to do something right after. Whether it's like get food, get ice cream, get like drinks if y'all old enough. And if you're on that type of time, and even come back to your spot. And in my opinion, if you can get a girl to go to the arcade with you, she's for sure at least somewhat interested. Because I'm pretty sure you're not putting a whole bunch of money down. That's why, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta put the arcade at S tier. Cry to your mama, not me. Next up, we got a bar. Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the bar at all. I sit at the bar when I go to like Chili's, when I just want a meal. I don't even get a drink because I don't drink like that. And maybe I just don't like the bar because I've never took a girl to the bar, and I've never even like bought a girl drinks. But I feel like if it's one of those chill bars to where you're just sitting at the counter and talking to her, that's not too bad. Me personally, I think it's just kind of generic, and I feel like it really only works if you got a real good mouthpiece or you look real good to her. I hope you're not taking her to like some bar with a bunch of people on the weekend, because that's the equivalent to taking her to the club. And I'm going to get into that later, so I ain't even gonna talk too much about that. But yeah, just the bar itself, so it's just so generic. You gotta think about it. Probably a bunch of dudes have taken her there before. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to put this at C tier. It's definitely not D. It's definitely not a bad place to take her, but it just does nothing. It's so generic. Next up, we got a concert. That sounds like a terrible place to get to know somebody for some odd reason. I can't quite put my finger on it. But taking a girl to a concert, like I said about the bar thing, it's the equivalent of probably taking a girl to the club. Not exactly for the same reason, but like, are you gonna hear her? You know what I'm saying? When she says things. Meeting a girl at a concert, that might not be a bad idea. That could be dope. Y'all share your interest, of course, in the same music. Taking a girl there, that does nothing. Cause you gotta think about it. That's a good spot where dudes could hit on her They might think you're a friend, especially if it's like a festival. Maybe if she really likes the artist, it's not a bad idea. It's something that could be good. But like I said, for a first date, probably not. This is definitely more in the, second link up, third link up tier. I definitely don't want to put this higher than a lot of other things as well. I'm gonna have to put this at C tier as well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put that as C tier as well. Next up, we got coffee date. Coffee date is not a bad, spot to take a girl. It's good for getting to know her. If she's a regular person, which is a good thing. Not saying regular is bad. She should be cool with a coffee date. Coffee date is one of the spots that are real good for breaking the ice. Not a lot of high expectations. You don't have to spend a whole bunch of bread. Other than that, not too much with it. Like I said, it's not bad. This is slightly as well generic, but it's generic in a way better way. Because I feel like alcohol and coffee are, sending two different messages. Coffee strikes me as a drink of, hey, I'm just trying to get to know this girl. Alcohol strikes me as, hey, we're grown. That's what that is. I'm weird. That's what it sends me. Yeah, honestly, y'all might hate this one. I'm gonna put this one at A tier though. Like I said, it's good for getting to know somebody and there's not a lot of high expectations with it. Next up, we got hiking. My nigga, why are you a weirdo? Why are you taking a girl hiking on the first link up? That is some weird guy behavior. You know what's happened to women on them hiking trails when they went hiking with a dude they just met for the first time? This ain't a first date thing. Even if y'all are two active people. Even if it was like our second or third link up. Hiking isn't a thing I would do by myself. I like going on walks. I like going on walking trails. But as a guy who works out 6 times a week, I'm not trying to go on a hike. Like I said, it might be good for breaking the ice. It might be good for getting to know somebody. But hiking is pretty risky. Hiking is pretty risky. I'm sorry. Hiking is freaking risky. And that's why this is going to be the first thing that goes on the D tier. I'm sorry. Hate me all you want. I'm sorry. Next up, we got an art museum. The reason why I wouldn't put this at S tier, probably not even A tier, is because this feels like something where it revolves around a certain amount of interest. Like, I think if you are with a girl who's just all not that interested in art, you aren't getting anywhere with this, especially if you're one of those guys who's just trying to crack. Like, I've dated girls who are into art. I don't think I would have went real far with an art museum date. It works for a good amount of dudes because he's also into art. That's what I think it revolves around. I think if you're a guy who's very intellectual, who looks at art pieces, can break them down, and she really likes that in a guy, this is A1, nigga. Especially if y'all are older, right? If you're talking about late 30s, 40s, I think this is a good one. But if you're like me, you're early 20s, I don't think you're going too far with this one. If you aren't really all that into art yourself, at least. Maybe there's some dude my age who can break down art pieces and is with a girl who likes when he breaks down art pieces. This definitely works for people. There is a dude who's married right now who has taken a girl on a first date to an art museum. But like I said, I feel like it is very hobby based and it's not really an all around thing. It's not something you can really click on everything, all the cylinders. So yeah, I'm gonna have to put this at B tier. Not bad though, not bad. Next up, we got the club. If you are taking a girl to the club in the Big 25, you need help. That is probably the worst place you can take a girl. Like, I don't think you will get anything out of that. You're going to spend $70 on drinks that cost $5 somewhere else. She might expect you to get a whole section. She might expect you to get a whole bottle. You are going to lose that game. I do not care about even I could take her to Waffle House after. That don't matter, man. I'm not even gonna waste my time telling y'all why this is a bad spot. Get some creativity in your life. Freaking trick. D tier. Next up, we got mini golf. Top 10, top 1, easily top 1. I don't care what no one says. And yes, I'm being biased. I've taken a majority of the women on first dates to mini golf. Let me tell y'all why this is number 1 though. I'm gonna give y'all a reason. For 1, good for talking and getting to know the girl. 2, if you're like me and you've been mini golfing for a hot minute, since you were a youngin' at putt-putt, being taken to by your mom, putt-putting with your cousins and stuff, it could be a fun activity and it's not too all over the place. 3, You would be surprised at this. A lot of girls have not been mini golfing before. Every girl I've ever taken mini golfing has never been mini golfing before. Now, I don't know if they were telling the truth or not, but you know, that's what they told me. I feel like they wouldn't have a reason to lie. Also, you could teach her how to swing if you want. Like I said, yeah, I'm careful with the physicality nowadays. I don't even want to get too far into this. This is top tier. Come on now. Come on, S tier. What you talking about? What you talking about? I moved it in front of arcade. Keep in mind of that. Next up, we got Netflixing and chilling. My nigga, on the first date? Like, you couldn't even take her to like Applebee's, Chili's, just straight into it? Hey, okay, it's fair game. Don't get it twisted. You know, but the first one? Yeah, like I said, I'm not the type of guy to judge, but yeah, it's interesting, I guess. But in reality, if she rocking, she rocking. If she going, she going. I can't. I don't even think I want to put this D tier because you know I don't think it's bad at all, really. Especially if you acquainted with her before you start dating her. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Hate me all you want. I'm gonna put this at C tier. And last up, we got the movies. If you take a girl to the movies nowadays, you have the creativity of a sloth with CTE. You can't even really talk to the girl. Your movie snacks are even getting up in price. There's not even a lot of good movies out. Like, what you gonna take her to some whack ass movie just to be around her? Like, bro, that's kind of a low level game. What are we doing? Now, is it a terrible idea? It kinda is, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it kinda is. But it works sometimes. Would I ever do it? No. Why would I do that? But hey, to each his own, baby. To each his own. Yeah, I'm gonna just put this right there. I'm gonna just put that right there. Appreciate y'all for watching. This video might be a little too long. I might have to cut it down a little bit, talk less, yap less, do whatever. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, what y'all think? You know, give out your opinions. I'll do a part 2 to this one. I'm a tier list other things. You know, y'all can see my hot takes, this and that. But yeah, I ain't got too much to say for this outro. Deuce.